Hello and welcome to South Bay Sports Radio. Here's your host, Nick Ingram.
Today we have a father-son duo over at Carson High. Defensive coordinator Jack Sula and a sophomore sack machine Kingston ahead of Carson's CIF State Regional Bowl game showdown with Kennedy of Delano. For those not familiar, Delano is just north of Bakersfield. Gentlemen, thank you both for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
All right, Dad, we're going to begin with you. Let's go back to last Saturday against Crenshaw. Defense and special teams played a huge role in taking Crenshaw out of the game. As a Carson alum, what did that game mean to you?
It meant everything. Crenshaw and Carson had some battles in the past, and it's been a while since we've been to the promised lands. Being able to be part of that is special. Shout out to Crenshaw. They came to play, and they had a great season. They kind of had to go through a gauntlet to get there, so respect to them.
Kingston, I talked with a couple of your teammates last week, as well as Coach Lowe, leading up to that game last week. But what was something that you've seen take shape over the course of the season that showed you this group was special?
We got some great coaches and hardworking players, so we just put our effort every week of practice and did our best.
Dad, like I said, you're a Carson alum and one of the few members of the coaching staff that was on staff last year. What went into your decision to stay on with Coach Lowe?
It was kind of from when I first talked to him. When I first talked to him, our philosophies aligned, and I loved his get down. His mantra is win, and ultimately build young men through winning, and that's kind of what we're accustomed to, and everything aligned, and so it was kind of a no-brainer once I seen what kind of man he was and what his vision was, and being at Carson, and we wouldn't want to be nowhere else. So it was kind of an easy decision.
Kingston, you've been a huge part of this defense, currently third on the team with 86 tackles. What's your mentality when you get down into your stance?
I know I got to make a play, help out my DBs, my backers, and get some pressure, get to the QB.
All right, Dad, you moved from the offensive side of the ball to the defensive side when Coach took over. How has that transition been?
It's been great. I've done it before. Being able to see it on this side, coming from the offensive perspective, you kind of know what the offense is trying to do with certain sets or formations or what they're trying to get into and set up. So it's been fun. It's been a grind, and, I'm excited and blessed to be in this position. But ultimately, all credit to our kids. Our kids work hard. They bust their tails day in, day out. And, all credit to them.
Kingston, you're second in the city section with 16 sacks, including a 4-sack game this season. What do you look at in regard to offensive linemen when it's pre-snap?
I look at their eyes and their alignment. See if, I could tell if they're going to kick step, down block, pull, just read them.
How was that something that you picked up? When did you start to learn that?
I say around 12 years. We got around 12 years when I picked up playing DN and transitioned from linebacker to DN. I had a good D-line coach.
How old were you when you started playing football?
8U.
8U?
8.
One more for you. You played on varsity as a freshman. Looking back, what was that experience like?
It boosted my ego a bit. It was good. Felt good starting as a freshman on VAR.
Anything that you felt was a growing experience in playing as a freshman on varsity?
Yeah, we played some good teams. We played Milliken and Inglewood last year in North, and those are some learning experiences, yeah.
All right, Dad, back to you. Defense has given up 156 points all season, including just 9 over the last couple of games. What's been the key to limiting those teams during this run?
Well, I'm the co-defensive coordinator alongside my brother, Jeff Johnson. And, we do a really good job of trying to slow the game down for our players, whether that be film, board work, chalk talk, sending cut-ups, and our defensive staff has really honed in on getting our guys ready and prepared for Friday nights. Our philosophy on defense is to be smart, fast, and disciplined, and play with relentless effort and unmatched physicalities. we're kind of blessed to have the Joes. Sometimes it's great to have the X's and O's, but when you have the Joes, you just want to get them guys lined up and let them do their thing. So, shout out to our D-line coach, Coach Micah, our backers coach, Coach Vea, and our DB coach, Coach Jeremy Bryant. They really helped me and Jeff kind of guide this unit and put them in the position they're in now. So it's exciting to see where we're at now. There were some growing pains along the way, but, I think the best is yet to come.
Next up is Kennedy, who's scored over 100 points in the last 2 games. What are some things you're looking at as keys for this game? And let's start with Kingston.
They got some great players, got a good team, but we watch film on them. We practice their plays every day, so I think we'll be, it's not something new to us.
They're a run heavy team. It's no secret what they want to do. They have a 2,000-yard rusher. They have a 1,000-yard rusher as well. So, we're up for the challenge, and hopefully we can rise to it and be able to stop the run. Our boys I think they're up for it. And, like Kingston said, this is nothing new. This is nothing new to us. That's the number one rule in our defense is stop the run. So I think if we can slow them down a bit and make them do some things they don't want to, I think we can be okay.
So their running back, Jace Dema-Kabalin, he's ran for 2,284 yards and 29 touchdowns. A wing T offense, you don't see much of that at this level anymore, and I did see it last week watching Rio Hondo prep. How tough is that offense when they are able to line up guys in different slots and run the ball out of different positions? Whoever wants to start.
It's fairly tough, because there's a lot of window dressing. It's kind of hard if you got your eyes in the backfield and not on your keys. So we have to play sound, and ultimately everyone just has to do their job and kind of play all 11 to the ball and be able to stop a guy like Jace.
Kingston.
Yeah, I agree. If anything, that pushes us to work harder during practice. Alignment, assignment, make sure we know what we're doing. All times, communication.
Have you guys seen a running back or a system like this throughout the last couple of years?
Yeah. We've seen quite a few good running backs this year with our our non-league schedule. I don't think we faced a back this big. I believe he's 6'1", 215 or 210. He's a big dude. But as far as the wing T, we've seen it early, probably against Huntington Park. They've ran it, and a little bit with Garfield. But it's a challenge to kind of step up to stop those kind of offenses, and we're excited for the opportunity.
All right, Dad, when you look at Kingston's development this season and last year, what moments made you most proud as both a coach and a father?
Probably his maturity, as a ninth grader. Things are kind of new, him being a high school student, stepping into high school campus, but he's matured over the year a lot. And, I'm pretty hard on him. And, as he gets older, I don't really have to push him as much. Now he kind of understands what's going to get him to the next level and get him to play up to par, on a Friday night. So I'm proud of him. I've kind of seen this coming. I know he hasn't, but this is why I push him so much. I'm just grateful to be on this journey with him.
Kingston, how does having your dad as the D coordinator push you, not just as a player, but as a young leader on this team?
Well, he's been my coach my whole life since 8U, so he's been pushing me as long as I can remember. I know it's tough love. I respect it for it, and I appreciate it for him. Appreciate it.
All right, you guys, leading up to Saturday, this is the first time that Carson's been in this position. City section champions, what's the mentality around the program leading up to Saturday's game?
There's a lot of excitement. It's an exciting time to be a coach right now. And, we understand the task at hand and what we can accomplish, but we just want to keep the main thing, kind of block out the outside noise. It's kind of hard being that you just won the Open. And, sometimes success can derail you. A lot of us would think, we've accomplished the main goal, but we have a chance to do something that's never been done at that school. And with Carson High, there's a lot of proud alums and great people that would love to see us get that done. And hopefully we can. and make everyone proud.
Kingston, you've got really good offense on the other side of the ball. You know, one of the things the coach said was you on defense makes the offense better. What's your mentality at practice when you know you have to be at your best to push the other side of the ball to be even better?
We're all just trying to get each other better, give each other work, prepare for the upcoming game. But at the same time, not trying to hurt each other.
Who are some of the players on the team that you've learned the most from, either offensive side of the ball, defensive side of the ball, or even guys that maybe don't get as much playing time?
Definitely Chris Fields. He's a very inspirational guy, has a lot of wisdom, as well as my backers. My backers are very intelligent guys, They taught me a lot. I look up to them.
One last thing. I want to go back to Saturday against Crenshaw. Nothing. That was something that this program has been looking forward to for a long time, to reach that pinnacle. I know that we're now moving on to the bowl game, but to reach that pinnacle for the open division title, how big has this journey been when, a year ago, we're in the position where you guys have a big lead against Pedro and you're not able to hold on, and then now you're able to reach that? How would you describe the emotional roller coaster this program has been on over the last 12 months?
It was a lot. A lot of people doubted us at the beginning, but we're here where we are now, City section champs.
You go, Coach.
It's been a grind. It's been a grind. It hasn't been easy in no way, but it's just a testament to our staff and our players and everyone buying in to Coach Lowe's vision. And it was a great sight to see being able to finish, because I was on the other side of that Pedro game where we were able to give up that big lead and kind of get our dreams crushed. To be able to finish in that fashion, in that setting, and that game, and when it's all for the money, it was huge. It means a lot.
All right, we're going to transition into rapid fire. I've got 5 questions for the both of you. You're welcome to answer them. No pressure. Let's start with Kingston. Top 3 football players of all time.
Nick Bosa, Aaron Donald. That's my top 2.
Top
I don't know
2.
if I got
Coach.
Campbell, for sure. Ronnie Lott and Bo Jackson.
All right. Least favorite NFL franchise.
It's an easy one for me, the Raiders.
Yeah, I agree.
Like father, like son. All right. Favorite football movie.
I say Waterboy. I got some memories of my mother telling me to, picture the opposing team as if it was my father.
My favorite
What do you got,
football
Dad?
movie. The Program is great, and I like to Remember the Titans. Those are my top.
There
for
we
sure.
go. 2 very good ones. All right. Kingston, this one might not be for you yet, but a movie's being made about your life. Who plays you?
Yeah, I don't know no actor, so.
What do you say, Dad?
Man, that's tough. My favorite actor is Denzel, but I wish he could act me. Can't be The Rock. The Rock's too buff, man. Maybe maybe Jason, the Aquaman, Jason Momoa. Maybe.
There we go. I like that. All right. Last one. Your go-to South Bay eatery and your favorite dish there. Kingston, we'll start with you.
Casual guy, so I say like Subway, Chick-fil-A.
All right. What's your sandwich at Subway?
Italian BLT with all veggies spread, provolone cheese baked. Fire.
Here we go. All right, Dad, what do we got?
Apollo's right there in Carson, man. I like Apollo's. I would get a cheeseburger special, but substitute the fries with chili cheese fries.
All right. Chili cheese fries are fire?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you very much. This will do it for another episode of South Bay Sports Radio. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate you.
Thank you.